What is going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel's News and Views. Conservative News and Views, Joel Davis Media Network. This is our first podcast. I hope everybody had a good Christmas holiday. Today we're going to be talking about the podcast. And also you can catch this on YouTube, Joel Davis Media Network. Seeing me in person in action. Also, too, please follow the links below in the podcast description and also in the YouTube subscription, and donate to the brand, man. This is the only place that's going to give you the real news, raw and uncut. Only podcast is going to be raw and uncut. I do all the production myself and everything else. So let's get into this. What we're going to be discussing today, while everybody is coming in on the YouTube side, where my producers is actively trying to regulate everybody. Okay, we're going to be talking about Miss Keona Holley. She passed away before Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, they had to pull the plug on her. And this is just so sad. You don't hear any BLM, nobody actively being out here advocating for this black woman who was an actual gem to her community. And what's even make it worse is that you got BLM in these major cities, activists still saying that crime is made up, but yet the numbers don't lie. Because if crime was so made up, then why in the world every day you hear the same story from real people with the same skin tone that are black, living in the stands saying that they're dying? You can't make this up. And by the way, if it's your first time tuning into the podcast, the stand means the hood. You feel me? Anyway, y'all sit back, relax, listen to the music while we get people brought into the chat, and then we'll go from there. I want to make sure my audience is at least 10 before I start. Please like, share on the YouTubes, Facebook, everywhere else. Podcasts. Sit back and relax and listen to a action-packed filled podcast with nothing but facts, truth, and, well, no fiction. Good morning, my patriots. How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition. You guessed it. Joel's News and Views, conservative news and views, better known as Joel Davis Media Network, aka this is me, baby, the CEO. This is your first time tuning in to the broadcast. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. If you're on the podcast side, please enjoy this podcast. Leave me a review. Let me know what do you think, how you like it. It's our first time doing it. So yes, I've gotten back into the podcast game. I was about to say no forever, but after talking to a lot of old heads that's been in the game, I said, all right, I'll start back on it. So, yes, this will be in podcast form. So, all major records, not the one in my car, but the major ones will be in podcast form. That's what we'll start doing so you can listen to it if you don't have YouTube Premium. So, today's story, man, I am about to hit people with a whole lot. This ain't gonna be for people that got sensitive ears. So if you one of those guys that's real sensitive, that you know what I'm saying, really don't know how to depict or handle the truth, this may not be the broadcast for you. If you one of those, I love BLM to the point of no return, this may not be the broadcast for you, because we going in today and we're going to talk about something that mainstream media is not talking about. Nobody's not putting the light on. And to me, is a despicable act. Now, I have to give credit where credit's due, who brought this story first. Shout out to my boy, Black Conservative Perspective. I know him as my homie Greg. Greg reported on this yesterday. I mean, you know, I took the days off for the holidays, and this is a bad story, bro. Like, when you think about all the mess that's going on right now in America, and the way people keep saying that, you know, black women are supposed to be protected, and all these mediocres keep saying it, it really. Hold on for 1 second, guys. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I gotta take a little short break. I gotta handle some business with the wife. I'm gonna put some music in between. Sorry about that. I'm back. Had to take a short commercial break. Oh man. Shout out to the wife. She's doing a little bit better today, guys. A little bit better. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Not to hold anybody up here. This story here is despicable. Now I'm going to play a clip of what the news have said about this story, the suspects involved. Again, y'all, as y'all coming in, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. This is, again, another tragic story of violence that is riveting America.
She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's mother. She got a couple kids.
Police say she fought valiantly. Over the last week, Officer Keona Holley stayed in shock trauma, alive through an induced coma. Friends say she was witty and always smiling and had the true heart of an officer. She was a mother of four.
Yeah, they got to celebrate Christmas without their mom. Christmas is going to be a tragedy to them for the rest of their life.
Baltimore police say Holley was in her second year as an officer, serving in the department's Southern District. Charging documents say she was shot twice in the back of the head while in her patrol car last Thursday. Days later, police arrested 32-year-old Trayvon Shaw and 31-year-old Elliot Knox. Police say both were connected to another shooting that happened just an hour after shooting Holley.
Now, this way it gets crazy. One of these guys that shot the guy before they shot the officer, I think this is the story where they went and they hung out with the dude's family like nothing was wrong, consoling the guy's kid and everything else. I got you, Roger. I forgot to mute that. My bad, brother. Like, you can't make this up. And this is what happens in the stand, guys. When people like this in the stand, this is what happens. This is what they do. Like, this is everyday behavior. See, people be thinking the stand is playing games. I keep trying to tell people, this is the stand. This is the life of the stand. This is what happens out here. But nobody seems to understand that at all. People still think it's a game. No, this is the stand. This is how it is. This is our reality when you live in there. And let's talk about the respect of authority. None. I remember when I was growing up and I was hanging out with dudes that was in the streets, dealing with the cops like this was a no-no. You don't shoot no cop. That's too much heat. That's too much to deal with. That's a death penalty in the face. And if it's not a death penalty, it's damn near a life sentence. But times have changed. Nobody has no respect for the cop. That's why cops ain't doing what they're doing. This is why cops are leaving the force, retiring, doing other things. Why should I put my life on the line when I don't even get a proper broadcast? I don't get a proper memorial. I get DAs like George Gascon and Chelsea Baldwin and all these other woke DAs that let these guys off with a slap on the wrist. Let them go home and chill and relax. Hell, this is just too much. Oh, don't worry, I'm getting into him next to later on tonight. But right now, we're gonna focus on this tragedy in America. Because remember now, BLM keeps telling us that crime is made up. But this shit right here don't look made up to me.
Her strength, courage, and resilience are an inspiration to us all, Police Commissioner Michael Harrison wrote. Our prayers are with Officer Holley's family and loved ones, co-workers, and the entire community. I thank her and the entire BPD community for their commitment, service, and sacrifice.
You tried to snuff her and take something that you can't. She is stronger than you will ever be. And the force behind her is stronger than you will ever be.
And tonight,
but remember, I want y'all to keep this in mind now. This is a black mother who is a officer that has children. Remember now, BLM always says that they are all about protecting black women. Put a 1 in the chat. Do you believe that BLM are really about protecting black women? Put a 2 in the chat if you think they're full of shit. I want to see everybody's response right quick. You know, I just want to get a judge because y'all know what I feel. I feel like it's smoke and mirrors to me. But every time you turn around, that's what they swear. They say, protect black women. But when black women like this, a hero in the community, a woman who is putting her life on the line every day, suiting up, trying to make a life a better place, she's dead. She's literally dead. Oh yeah, David, I got something for you, man. Merry Christmas. I know it's a little late, but you know I got you because you've been on this channel for a minute. Same thing for you, Sharon. Merry Christmas. I ain't playing no games, man, because this right here pisses me off. It really does. And it pisses me off because every time you turn around, this is the same BS that we put up with in America today with BLM. They never come out when they're supposed to. Another example. Where is white Martin Luther King? Sean. Where's Sean at? Sean King, this is near your area. Where you at? You always talk about protect black women. Where are you? I don't see you release a statement. I don't see you say nothing. Omar Johnson, Mr. I want to have a school and try to make the community better, which I ain't seen that school built yet. Where are you? Where are you? This is a black woman. It's a black queen. That what y'all say, that the black woman is supposed to be protected because she is the undisputed queen. But y'all never stand up for them when they're in these situations like this. Y'all always focus on, you're right, Roger. Y'all always focus on Dante Wright, a career criminal. Tim Simpkins, a career criminal. George Floyd, a career criminal and a professional fentanyl specialist. Y'all never come out when it's meaningful. Never. Never. And then you want to know why people don't like you. This is why. This is why nobody has no respect for you, BLM. This is why. Because you don't never come out when it means the most. You only come out when it's chaos and some publicity. Can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
Emotions continue as flags fly half-staff, remembering Officer Holley.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm really hurt because that's an officer, someone who protect and serve for our city, end up being slaughtered like that. That's not fair. That's not fair.
And Baltimore police say they are offering any counseling services to any BPD staff that needs it. Also, a fund has been set up for Officer Holley's family. We'll have links to that on our website. Officer Holley was 39 years old. Live tonight, I'm Amy Liu, WBAL TV 11 News.
And for all you wokians out there, that was a high-valued sister. She went out here and provided for her children. She didn't ask anybody for a damn thing. She wasn't in no dude's face, no Pookie or Ray Ray face. She was protecting the community and taking care of her children. This is what you would consider a high-value, respectable black. Now, what y'all say y'all be wanting to promote? She's dead, and there is no mural for her. I don't see no parade. I don't see no outrage. None of that. All I see is nothing. Crickets. And just to think that this woman was just doing her job, she was just sitting down, relaxing, in her patrol car, probably working overtime, doing paperwork, trying to make the community safe. Nobody had nothing bad to say about her. She wasn't like Derek Chauvin giving people problems. She was actually just trying to help the community, doing what she's supposed to do. And this is what happens, man. This is how she ends up dead. Just straight dead, man. Like this is heartbreaking. It really is. It's a heartbreaking story. It's a heartbreaking situation. Let's see what else we got connected to this. And don't worry, there's more to this. Now we're going to talk about how much been raised for her, which I still think this should be a lot more raised, but this just gives you an idea of how much people really don't care about what's going on. We're going to play this one more clip. And I show you how much it's been. Let me go and mute this so it don't echo.
Get up to date with the news and weather happening throughout the day.
Good evening, everyone. We start with breaking news out of Baltimore City.
With Stan Stovall, Deborah Wiener, and Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer. Weeknights at 6 and 11 on 11 News.
Police lights lined the west side of the city. Baltimore police officers escorting the body of fallen officer Keona Holley to the funeral home. She died yesterday, hours after police say family made the decision to take her off life support.
They put their lives on the line every day, and it's really nice to see so many people support this family.
The support has come from across the nation, according to Nancy Hines, CEO of the Signal 13 Foundation, a nonprofit supporting Baltimore officers and their families in times of crises, including Officer Holley's.
When the news broke that she had passed, for the next 12 hours, we had $20,000 donated by hundreds of people.
Hines says the outpouring of donations will go towards Holley's 4 children, supporting them through college and beyond. She says the fund has reached $36,000 so far.
People want to support the family. They want to make sure that police know they support them. I've had a number of phone calls with people who are just looking for ways.
A family and community that continue to mourn, honoring the life of Officer Keona Holley this Christmas Eve. And if you'd like to help out Officer Holley and her family this holiday, we do have links on our website. Hines says that if you do make that donation, make sure you address it to Officer Holley's family. She says any messages there will eventually be shared with her family. Live tonight, I'm Amy Liu, WBAL TV 11 News.
All right, we're about to see how much has been donated to there so far. Give me 1 second. I'm finna copy it. I don't think they got a GoFundMe. I thought it was. This is really like a bank. So I don't know how much was raised. So it won't really tell you. But I will copy the link right quick. And we'll put it on my community tab for this officer. This is how it looks like. So y'all know it's legit. Hold on. Because it's not a GoFundMe link. It's a regular professional. Like this goes to a bank. So you know this is probably a trust fund, probably started by the department themselves. A shout out to the department for doing that, you know, because those kids gonna need that. You know, this is a professionally done support. That way they can be able to do it. Now, if you on my podcast, I will give you the actual link to go to. It is signal13foundation.org/support/. Again, signal13foundation.org/support/ both /. Let me do that again. I messed up. signal13foundation.org/support/. Again, signal13foundation.org/support/. Please donate to this family. Also, if you don't feel comfortable doing it online, okay, there is, for the podcast members out there that's starting to follow me, you can mail it in the mail so you know it's legit. The Signal 13 Foundation, 732 Deep Dean on Deneen Road, which is DEEPDENE Road, P.O. Box 5661, Baltimore, Maryland 21210-9997. Again, the Signal 13 Foundation, 732 Deep Deneen, which is DEEPDENE Road, P.O. Box 5661, Baltimore, Maryland 21210-9997. I will have the links on my YouTube community page. If you go to Joel Davis Media Network and subscribe, you'll get access to all of that. All of that and then some. Thomas Costello, I appreciate you, brother, for coming in. Appreciate you. And this is just sad, man. This really is. I mean, this is just so sad. Like, it's just sad. But there's more, because I got to go in, because let's go to the BS, and then we're gonna go right back to the crime sector. Y'all gonna like this story. Y'all gonna like this story here. Now, when I tell you this, I want to make sure you're sitting down and you're not about to fall out your chair, because this is about to get ignorant. As they say in the community, this is about to be ignorant. So ignorant that I have to shake my head. But this is what happened when you're dealing with crime stories. Let me see here. I gotta find the story. I gotta dig down deep. They're gonna bury this story, because this story here will let you know. Oh yeah, and they put it right beside in small letters, so you don't get outraged, but you about to get outraged. So here we go. Now, we just talked about this black female officer who put her life on the line is deceased. There is no more coming back. Okay, so here we go. Black Lives Matter activists. They said activists. I mean, a whole bunch of them. Tell students. Now, this is what you're telling students. Crime is made up. Black people are enslaved when they go to jail. Guys, I want y'all to hear the retardedness of this. We're going to break this down. Black Lives Matter activists gave a talk to over 150 people in the spring of 2020, telling students that crime is made up and black people are enslaved when they are sent to jail, among other things. Now, these 4 activists were Jessica Louise, Kyra J. Harvey, Michelle Anastasia, and Leah DeRay. And it was from the Marxist organization ND10 Black Lives Matter. And they told students that black people often don't have the same opportunities as their white counterparts, according to a video of the lecture obtained by the Daily Caller. They said that this is the sum of love now. Crime is made up, DeRay said. People created these rules and people break them. It's just that if you are black, brown, or poor, you are more likely to be jailed for these things, to be enslaved in prison for these things that a lot of people do. Pause. So you're telling me that the rule is if you commit murder per se and you get arrested for it, that if the law was not permitted for murder to put you in a place to where you cannot hurt others, that will be okay? So you're trying to tell me people like, let's say, for instance, the serial killer that they just recently found out about in Miami that's shooting homeless people, that he's going to quit shooting homeless people and he's going to move up to, let's say, starting to shoot regular people? I mean, what would give him to stop? What would not encourage others to do the same? I mean, if you're not getting no consequence behind it, what are you going to do? Everybody going to jump on board. It's like a ripple effect. Think about kids in a classroom with a substitute for the first time. If one kid can get away with not doing homework or doing an assignment like the regular teacher has already told them to do in the regular classroom rules, because she's not there, what other kids going to start doing? The same thing all day long. because they're gonna pass the word. Because you know, criminals talk among each other. Hey man, I just killed old boy over there. Don't worry about it. They ain't gonna put you in jail. They ain't got time for that. Oh, okay. Let me go and kill this person. Let me kill that person. And before you know it, that's it. It becomes a purging society. Survival of the fittest. This, I'm telling you, this is how dumb they sound. Let's continue. The BLM activists also claim that they live in a misogynistic, masculine society. I want y'all to hear this again. They live in a misogynistic, masculine society, which tells them that women should stay at home to cook and clean, and that as black women, they are overlooked a lot and encounter people who want to harm them because of who they are. I'm about to break that paragraph down because we about to have some education. Newsflash, jackass. The reason why women stayed at home back in the day, in those times, is not because they didn't have opportunity. It's because back then, a lot of those families had this thing called farmland. A lot of black families had farmland. And a lot of black families, especially down south, that had a little piece of farmland, had to get that farmland worked so they could be able to make enough money to try to keep afloat. Now, it wasn't the best amount of money because we knew how it was back then. You know, there was racism. White guys was trying to, you know, make sure that certain black people didn't make too much and all that stuff. We already know that. We ain't got to go through that rigmarole. But back then, black families were all about working together and everyone knew their role. Mother role was to prepare her daughter to be not only just a good housewife, but to be able to support her husband in any time, anywhere. Also back then, they believed in faith. They believed in church. They believed in family. Conservative values that we're talking about today. Everybody embraced their role. Fast forward to now, what is masculinity all about? It's not all about trying to control the situation. It's all about having a front of deterrence. Look at the difference with a family with a father in it that's masculine versus a family that don't have a father at all. My kids will give you the perfect example. If I put my foot down and say hell to the no, I'm not doing that, and they done went and they done ran their mama crazy, they're not going to challenge that shit. They're going to go about their business. Okay, that's dad. I don't want no smoke. I'm good. Unlike when it comes to your mom and she's a single mother, you ain't got no healthy fear like that. It's ma, come on, ma. And finally they get wore down and like, well, fuck it, just do it. There's a difference. That's why we got so many children out here making the wrong mistakes, making all these mistakes. There's no backup support system. The father is like the dam of a bridge. He's like the dam holding the water in, like the dam of the river. Yeah, the mama in the family is the river. He's that dam. He's the one that gives that support to keep everything in place. That is his job. That is his job. But see, BLM don't want that. They want you to believe that the father is just this whack ass dude. That only thing he's good for is smashing spiders and freaking doing this. Making babies and go down the road. If that was the case, we wouldn't have the values that we have from our great-great-grandparents that got us here. Because back in the day, I remember my great-great-grandparents talked about that they didn't play that shit. All this stuff now, men were respected, men were held to a higher standard, women was held to a standard of making sure to support the man. That's all it was about. Now, I'm not saying that every dude was perfect, and I'm not saying every woman was perfect. But everybody had a role, and they embraced it. They had problems, they talked it out. It wasn't no bashing session like you see it now. And I'm going to continue with this bullshit story. Make y'all laugh some more. The race also said that people she knew when she graduated high school were all sent to prison. And that when she was younger, she was taught, if you do the crime, you do the time. but argue that it's not about doing the crime, us doing crime. It's about crime being done to our communities. I've really had to learn to retain my anger, she said. You know, when you really start to learn about white supremacy and capitalism and how it really harms black and brown people. Let's up. I got to eject. I got to eject right here. Because I'm about to make somebody mad. Let's talk about capitalism. Capitalism has never hurt our community. Actually, capitalism helped our community. Let's talk about some times that capitalism really helped black folks out. Let's talk about the Black Wall Street. Twice Black Wall Street in Kansas. I think it was in Kansas, in the state of Kansas, where it was at in the Midwest, killed. I mean, killed it when it comes to showing everybody example of what capitalism can do to your community in a positive manner. They had their own stuff. They didn't have to rely on nobody else. People were coming to them. And then when they burned it down because of that supposed lie, but I digress because I don't know. I wasn't there. But I think there's a whole bunch of BS to that story, but I'll talk about that another time, another broadcast. They built it right back up and they were successful again. Another 20 plus years. The only time they stopped this time being successful, they sold it because they wanted more money. I mean, I'm being honest here. So how did capitalism ever hurt black folks? I'm sitting here trying to think this in my head. The only time capitalism has ever hurt us because we ain't never took the time to understand it and master it. You know what they say? What you don't understand, you are afraid of. And what you are afraid of always does what? Consumes you. You don't believe me? Look at what we're looking at right now. We're telling our young folks in the black community that they don't have to have no responsibility. They don't have to have no accountability. So now people don't hold them at a higher standard. People expect for them to fuck up. And what happens when people expect for you to fuck up? People lose faith in you. And what happens when people lose faith in you? People don't want to deal with you. You are left to fend for yourself. And you know what's worse in life is when you left to fend for yourself. That's when you slowly start losing your right to have a voice. And that's what's going on right now. You know I ain't making this shit up. Man, these jokers here crazy. The BLM activists also claim that they live in a, Harvey claimed that the voices of black women in films are not heard and they don't get seats at the table. Oh, Jesus. The BLM activists added that people see black women and want to harm them, and that black women also encounter some people who don't think there's anything wrong with the police or think the police are doing their job. DeRay added that black females are victims of emotional labor because people don't respect their autonomy or the fact that they are people. Oh, it gets worse. Anastasia also cited critical race theory and Angela Davis, an avowed Marxist who came to prominence in the 1960s as the leader of the Communist Party USA and is best known for being the second black woman to make the FBI 10 most wanted list for her role in a courtroom shootout that resulted in the death of Judge Harold Haley. The lecture was part of a so-called racial justice speaker series given to the students at the K-8 Butler University Laboratory School 60. Daily Caller obtained a video from Tony Kennett, District Science Coordinator and Instructional Coach for Indianapolis Public Schools and founder of Chalkboard Review. Kennett is currently suspended with pay while the district investigates him for potential misconduct. Guys, it's criminal talk. It's what it is. It's criminal talk. It's criminal talk. I'm going to break all that down what this lady said and how I'm going to tell you it's all wrong and prove that it's wrong. Let's go back to what this fool said, that black women in films females are not heard and they don't get seats at the table. That's a damn lie. Let's talk about the female part. Walmart, the Walton family, they had a CEO that was a woman. The board of directors, she was a woman. She owned the shit. She was running the company for a minute. Another woman that had a seat at the table before we started talking about seats at the table, Madam C.J. Walker. When she did business with other white men back in the day, her husband used to be the go-to for her because the men weren't comfortable. But when they found out that she was the owner and she told them that if you didn't talk to me, you can't get this deal done, and they liked her product so much, they started forgetting about her being a woman and dealing with her. So don't tell me women don't have a seat at the table. And women don't have a seat at the table, then why the hell do we got a vice president? You too, Jake. Why we got a female vice president? If black women don't have a seat at the table, why every time there's a crisis in America? Why is there always a crisis in America? Who the first one they get to come in and clean shit up? And you guessed it, a black woman. Because they the ones that they always got promoting these liberal policies, promoting these liberals to get voted. If women didn't have a seat at the table, then what the hell do we got crazy ass James Brown stunt double Maxine Waters running around here, running her damn mouth? Women got a seat at the table. Stop the cap. This is not 1960, 1970, 1980s, or the early 1990s. Women have had a seat at the table since the early 2000s, and they've been running it. So don't give me that. In fact, if women don't have a seat at the table, then why in the world that we see so many women on Instagram and everything else use their sex appeal not only to get brand deals, but to further themselves to where they out here running things, running companies, running it all, saving companies at the same time? Man, stop it. Stop the cap. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. But I'm telling you, this broadcast ain't for the weak-minded. Let's talk about Angela Davis, because I know I'm going to piss some people off. Angela Davis was deranged, okay? She was deranged. She was up here believing that everybody's supposed to have free shit and the government's supposed to take care of everybody. Because unfortunately, they took some of the agenda that came from Martin Luther King of socialism and combined it with their Marxist behavior, where they wanted to go full communist, because in their mind, they thought it was a great idea. I don't have to worry about nothing. The government owes me stuff anyway, because I was this poor black person. Let's do it. In reality, it was the wrong mindset. Because sometimes you're just going to have to let the past be the past and move forward. So again, that was the most stupidest thing you could teach. And Tony Kennett is dumb. That's all I got to say with that. So this is why I try to tell people. BLM is nothing but a front at the end of the day. What's going on, JH? They don't care about any black Americans but themselves and what they can do to hustle you. They just made an article about some of the dumbest shit ever during the summer of love at that. The summer of love. Which we already knew how that played out, because now everybody got remorse. And half of these people that they said were spokespersons talking like this, half of these fools ain't even doing that work anymore. They done abandoned the whole movement. They done got the money they want out of the shit. They don't care. All right, let's go play. Look at some other stuff right quick. Give me 1 second here. I'm finna pull up another sad story. Hold on, y'all. To further my argument for the month of December so far. Because remember now, black women supposed to be protected. Black women supposed to be protected. That's what we keep hearing. I don't see it. Hold on. I'm trying to find a story relating to what we're talking about. I had time to look at it. Hold on. Here we go. I got one. But now remember now, black women supposed to be protected at all costs. What's up, man? Nothing, Clark. I just want to show another example of how much bullshit it is. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If it's your first time tuning in, hey, please be a part of the $5 challenge and donate to the channel. Whether it's a $5 super chat, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a membership join, take a part of the challenge. Let me show y'all this joint. Give me 1 second. Let me go mute my stuff.
Safety agent, 27-year-old Mike Johnson. A night of birthday celebrations ended with a deadly shooting right outside the Soleto Lounge on Steinway Street in Astoria. Police say school safety agent 27-year-old Mike Johnson died after being shot. Her boyfriend and another woman were wounded.
Multiple persons fired shots, and the 3 victims were struck.
Sources tell Pix 11 News Johnson's boyfriend and her ex got into an argument that escalated with both men pulling guns on each other. Around 4 Thursday morning, the scene was chaotic. Partygoers had to run for cover when the bullets went flying. Emergency crews had to pull one victim out of this white BMW. And once the sun came up, reality set in. Just looking at the evidence markers alone was troubling to people who live in the area.
One person do this just over a little argument for his girl is pretty dramatic, you know? It could have just like a fight.
I feel so sorry. It never happened again.
Johnson joined school safety in 2017, but has been on medical leave since the summer of 2020. During a news conference, police did not say much about the investigation. Instead, they focused on Johnson's tragic death.
Any loss is a substantial loss to all of us, and we, extend condolences to her family.
And Johnson leaves behind a 7-year-old son. We tried to speak with her family, but they were just too distraught to talk with us, especially given the timing of all of this, losing a loved one right before the holiday. In the meantime, police need your help finding that ex-boyfriend. If you have any information on this, call Crime Stoppers. The number's right there. It's 800-577-TIPS. For now, we're live in Astoria, Queens. Nicole Johnson, Pix 11 News.
Oh, there's more to this story. Let's tell you what type of woman this chick was. Now, I mean, I'm not dissing or nothing like that, but she was an IG model. Shout out to AK Nation. He talked about this earlier, actually on Christmas Eve. Like I said, I'm just getting to some of these stories because I was trying to spend time with the family. But I'm finna play this right now and give y'all an idea of what she was now. Because this actually wasn't Chris. Yeah, he reported Christmas Eve, but this happened a couple of days ago before Christmas. Now, the story goes that her and this dude, her ex-boyfriend and dude, got into it because he saw them together. You know what I'm saying? You know how these dudes is. They get so into their feelings when they see their girl done moved on. And because of this, couldn't handle it. Yeah, he couldn't handle it. And he just, they said he just snapped. You know, they all pull out guns on each other. But I guess the new boyfriend couldn't shoot worth a damn because he got hit. He got real hit. And this is what I try to tell y'all, man. It ain't worth it. Some of these women, and this is what happens when you one of these women, because some of these women, they like this type of attention, man. They do. Right now, there's 464 homicides in New York, and by December the 19th. Because of the summer of love. Summer of love, man. Exactly. 2 black male simps. Guys, listen. I'm going to tell you what a guy said recently on TikTok. If a woman decides she want to leave you, whether you been with her a month or you been with her 20 years, it's okay to say it's okay. Get yourself together, take some time off, remove yourself from social media, from a phone, meditate, get your mind right. If you got to write down all the pros and cons of that person being in your life and out of your life, to get your thoughts together. Look at those pros and cons, accept what decision she made, even if it means that you're going to have to suffer some to get back on your feet. After you give yourself a couple of days, between about 48 hours and 72 hours, because it takes time to process. Don't answer no phone. If she calls you, just ignore it. Just get yourself together. And then when you get ready to talk to this person and you say, okay, this is how you feel, I understand. I support you for your decision. I wish you the best. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. It ain't hard to do that, but that's what you got to do to have a sense of mind for yourself. Because you go out here talking about, if I catch you with another dude, I'm going to murder her. You know, we joke like that. But in reality, do you really want to murder that person? Do you really want to throw your life away? Because guess what happens when you murder him and you throw your life away? That woman is still going to be doing the same thing. Out here living her best life. Living her best life. And here you is looking stupid. Straight stupid. Straight up stupid. I'm sorry. I just can't do that. I can't go out like that. Because, you know, there's a line you got to draw for yourself. You love yourself, you will. Here's another situation. Again, you never hear about this. Remember now, black women supposed to be protected at all costs. And this all happened this week. A lot of this has been going on. Murder delete themselves. And nobody talks about it. Especially in the black community. It's gotten way worse lately. Way worse. People can't handle pressure. That's why I keep telling people mental health is important. But you never hear nobody talk about it. Ever.
And we begin with two stories here in Central Ohio tonight. 4 people, including 2 young boys, found shot inside a Fairfield County home. The sheriff's office is investigating this as a murder-suicide. Also tonight, Ohio, for the second day in a row, setting a new record high for COVID cases. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Yolanda Harris. Andrew has the evening off. We begin with the disturbing discovery in a Fairfield County home. The crime scene tonight is on Westview Terrace in the town of Lithopolis. Deputies were called to that home just before 10 o'clock this morning. 10 TV's Brittany Bailey joins us now live from Lithopolis. Brittany.
Well, Yolanda, this is a quiet neighborhood here in this subdivision. It stayed that way for most of the day, despite the terrible scene that is in that house up the hill behind me. The sheriff says it was actually a text from the shooter himself that led deputies to find the terrible scene here on Westview Terrace. As we mentioned, that was just after 10 this morning. The sheriff says Joseph Anderson texted someone about what he had done, and that person called authorities. When first responders arrived, they found 4 people shot dead, including 2 little boys. The sheriff believes Joseph Anderson shot Kiera Anderson and 2 little boys, 5-year-old Joseph Jr. and 2-year-old Jeffrey. Then they say he shot himself. Now police are investigating this as a murder-suicide. Now, we still do not have official confirmation on the exact relationship among the people killed here today. We are waiting for a confirmation on that from officials and from perhaps family members whom we're told are headed here from both out of town and out of state. Of course, we'll keep you updated on this story as we learn more. For now, reporting live tonight in Lithopolis, Brittany Bailey, 10 TV News.
All right, thanks, Brittany. Now, we want to remind you, help is always available. Here's a look at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number. Grab your phone if you don't have time to write this down. Take a picture of this number. That number, 1-800-273-8255. Help is on the other side of the line.
Y'all saw that. Once again, another example of what happened to protecting black women. I mean, I'm just saying, again, BLM. Why are you not focusing on that? This is a very bad problem right now in the black community. You have seen a lot of deletions going on. Okay? Think about this, why it's happening. A lot of people are having a lot of financial trouble. Inflation is high. Bills is on your neck. You got your woman telling you you need to do this and that, or fretting about this and fretting about that. And some of these dudes, this new generation of dudes, they don't know how to handle that. They don't have good verbal communication skills like back in the day. They don't know how to take a deep breath and get their mental right. You know, a lot of people don't know those qualities, don't have those characteristics. So what do they solve it and do? you betcha. Delete the problem and then delete myself and start over in another world. That's what their mind is on now. It's sad but true. It's sad but true. But if we were really protecting the black women like they say they would you be trying to reach out to a lot of these young black women who see those signs to help get their mate help, or really try to help the young black men in America who you say are misogynistic, masculine? You're already demasculating them. Wouldn't you want to also give them that help to embrace being demasculine? No, because that's not where the money at. The money is at being ass backwards. Man, I can't make this shit up. Why I don't take them serious, dude? I don't take BLM serious. I'm sorry. When I see someone got BLM paraphernalia all over their pages and shit, I don't even talk to them because I don't take you serious. Because you're not understanding the situation. You're grasping at some propaganda that don't even make no fucking sense. Man, I tell you, man, every day this is what we go through on this channel as a conservative. This is what we have to do. We have to break it down this way. We have to show these people what it really like, man. Sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. It really is. And a lot of these women, man, also have some bad choices in men. They keep picking these men they trying to survive. They trying to rescue. Quit trying to rescue people that you can't. Some people you just can't rescue, bro. Some people you just can't. Man, you just can't, man. Trying to see any more before we close out. As you know, I always trying to see if there's any more that I can try to educate people on, because I just want people to see where we at right now. Black women in America right now, the only reason why they in danger is because of the choices and the people they dealing with. That's why. In fact, let me go give y'all a taste of my other favorite, gun memorial. No, it's no hope. I'm going to show y'all for the last month what you always see. There's no hope. There's no hope because the community keeps trying to hold on to this dream of non-accountability. You know what they say the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, trying to get a different result. What up, Chris? And that's why. That's the definition of insanity. Let's go in here. Let's go in and look at the insanity around here. Oh, we about to cook. As the old head said, we about to cook. I'm gonna pick on a random black woman, and I guarantee you her death was related to some bullshit that could have been prevented. Let's go to this lovely young lady right here. She looks very attractive. Man charged with murder in woman's capital shooting death in East Prince Hill. What I told you. This is in Cincinnati, Ohio. How old is this young lady? 28 years old. 28 years old. I guarantee you it was a jealous boyfriend. Something to that nature. It always is. Something crazy. And here we go. He got in his feelings. They got an argument at 2:15 p.m. Always. It's always those type of dudes. Always. But yeah, how she died. Pretty woman died because somebody got in an argument, into their feelings. Let's see what this one. Bet you the same way. Another guy. Suspect shot his girlfriend, probably over something stupid. She either wanted to leave him or he got mad about something. Because he can't control his feelings. It's always, man. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember this. I was going to do a report on this one. He upset because she wanted to leave. You know what? This dude is... throw him under the jail. And he violated her son. I think that's what it was about. I think it was about she found out he violated her son. And she found out about it and she was leaving him. Ladies, that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Investigate these dudes. All these dudes will be coming your face talking about, oh yeah, I care about you. I'm there for you. They ain't, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. Here's another one. Pretty black woman. She 34 years old, young black girl, young black woman, dead. And then she was released in jail. She had already shot somebody and killed somebody, a female suspect.
Morning, Father.
Yeah, good morning. She got released because there's not enough evidence. But she's a suspect. But she got released. Well, she'll probably kill somebody else next week. How they always do. Before the middle of the new year, if they don't get no evidence on her, she'll kill somebody else. That's always how it happens, man. Sad, man. But again, now, black women need to be protected, but they never talk about what's going on with them. Look at this one right here. Paula Henson, 47 years old. Another one. Probably got killed. And this is from my city. I know she got killed probably by a jealous boyfriend. Yep, just like I thought. Ernest Ali Santiago. This dude. She mad. He mad. He the one got in an altercation with her. Man, you can't make this up, man. Can't make this up. This is why I don't take BLM serious. Because we in AK Nation and other YouTubers are the only one that talk about black women getting killed, and nobody never talks about it. Never talks about it.
Hey, Dad.
Ever talks about it. But yeah, this is where you get it right here, where we talk about it all day, every day. And this last one right here, this is probably going to be another murder. Delete yourself. This time it was a toddler. This young girl right here was deleted by a man that she was living with. Okay, he 26, she 23. They had a child together, and now the child's in state custody. I don't think they really had any family like that. This is what it is, man. But remember now, women's supposed to be protected. Black women supposed to be protected though. Look at this beautiful young girl, 23 years old, gone. Same age my son is. Yeah, that's my cat, man. They always yeah, that's my cat. They roaming around. But anyway, this is just to give you an example of what is going on out here. Because nobody talks about this. There is a real problem right now with self-deletion in the black community. Now I have to say it like that on the podcast because I'm on YouTube and YouTube don't like that word, the S word, because if I say the S word, I get an email talking about they worried about my health. I don't want that email. So yeah, that's what's going on. This is the new norm. And people need to know what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with, guys. This is the new norm. You go out here now thinking that shit's sweet and it's not. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Annika for the $5 super chat, brother. Thank you. And you're right. They should. They should be doing prison time. But nobody's not going to do that. They're not going to get prison time. Why? Why? Because they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're making the black race look like a piece of poo. Same thing. Ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to change. Shout out to, like my boy ABL said, the feds that follow my podcast and also follow my streams. I love you guys. Y'all always talk about what y'all got going on and what y'all deal with. And I know this is a lot that y'all deal with and y'all see it more than we do. But it needs to be addressed. So the moral of the story is, first time you listen to my stream, if you are a BLM Antifa supporter, okay, and they're telling you that black women is all in danger, and this, that, and the third, and black men masculinity needs to be piped down, and because they're too misogynistic. I want you to do yourself a favor. I want you to observe and see when of your BLM comrades have ever went to a women's shelter in a predominantly black area and talk to these women and ask them what they can do to help them. I want you to observe and see if they went to a church that is actually doing good, like this man in Chicago who's on the rooftop every day trying to promoting to think before you react when it comes to violence, and see if they attended one of those. I want you to observe and see if they have ever talked about a black female cop, firefighter, any public servant in the position of making a difference. Have they ever marched up and down the street for them? If they haven't said any of that and it's always been criminals and thugs, then that should answer your question what you're contributing to. Thugged out behavior. Because real stand up people are going to respect people that do stand up things. They're not going to be trying to go out here and make excuses for ass backwards people. Because that's what BLM does. They make excuses. They don't make nothing that they've done have progressed in anything. They raised all that money and none of y'all have seen it yet. There's not been no school built. I ain't heard of Baltimore having better. Nothing. Nothing. Can't make this shit up. Can't make it up, man. Anyway, I'm finna go up here. Morning, bro. And get my day started. I will do another big live later on tonight. Talk about on the politics side. Thank you very much, Anika. And I appreciate the $5 super chat. Man, I appreciate everybody that gave me the super chats on Thursday. That was amazing. Continue to promote the brand as well. Also, to podcasts you can donate as well. Trying to see if there's anything else I need to put out there for you guys before. Well, we did. We had a pretty decent Christmas. Trying to see if there's anything new I got going on with the channel. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that post up either today or tomorrow. Or who do y'all want next as a guest on the channel that haven't been on there yet? I don't care how small. They're a big channel. I see what I can do. But if they're a real small channel, I don't care. As long as you know the content's good and it fits our brand, we'll definitely check them out and vet them. Bring them on in. Also, I need ideas on what y'all want me to make for the next shirts. I got a lot of patriotic gear in there, but if y'all want more than just patriotic stuff, let me know. Characters, whatever y'all like. The Office, whatever y'all want me to design, I would definitely put it out there so y'all can definitely spend more. I am JA and JH. Thank you for that email. I didn't respond back because I've been busy, but thank you for that email. And y'all can email me anytime. If you want to email just to say hey, if you want to email just to tell me about your day or you got a problem, my email is always open, man. Well, anyway, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Podcast, do the same. Follow your boy, leave a review. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for coming out for this morning's show. And get in the comments on my podcast or on this and let me know, what do you think about BLM protecting black women? Do you really think it's true, or do you think they're full of shit? I need to know from you guys what y'all think. Please like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.